Hi everyone. I'm sorry it's been a few days. It's been hectic around here. And I have been cross-stitching. So I haven't been doing my shadow boxes. But here I have the background for one of my shadow boxes. And I have Mod Podged this picture here of this living room here. So what I'm going to do now is decorate it more, figure out how I want to trim this, what kind of lace I want to use, and we'll go from there. I have this lace here that I really like, so I think this one might be the one. This shadow box is very shallow. It's the same depth as this one, so there's not much space there, so I have to be aware of that. I have some wallpaper here. I'm thinking if maybe adding some wallpaper trimming would be a good idea. This is Mod Podge that I'm using. You can easily find it in Hobby Lobby, Michael's. I think they even have it at Walmart. And then when it dries, it'll be see-through, so it'll dry clear. And then whatever extra we have on the end, we'll just trim it once it's dry and glued together. Or we can even just fold it. Why not? Mod Podge is also glue, so this is very nice. We can glue this together. I think those little pearls go very well there. If they fall off, for example, after the Mod Podge dries, I can always use super glue or the glue gun, hot glue, to stick them more permanently, but we'll see. Mod Podge could easily take strong hold with them. I'm kind of experimenting right now, see if I can glue them as well as my other glues. So now I wait, and after it's dry, let me see if I can find something shallow. That's definitely been a challenge. Since this is from the Faulkner Castle in Scotland, it needs to be something royal if I stick something here. So this is one of my historic pieces, where I have another one about the Faulkner Castle. Here's one. You might have seen this one. This was one of my simple but personal favorites. Isn't it great? So yeah, let's see if I can find something in my collection that might fit into that small frame. It's a very shallow shadow box, unfortunately. What I can also do is hang chains, my little chains here, after it's dry, on the frame, so that it has more of a 3D effect. But I think that would take away from this picture. The ideal scenario here for me would be to add small little pieces that would be an addition, that would complement this story of this castle. I have a perfect miniature tea set that could go easily on the bottom, since this is the same frame as this is the same shadow box depth as this one. So I have a perfect little tea set that would go very well here. However, I'm saving that tea set for when I am sure that I want to use it, if at all, because it's one of my personal favorites, and I'm kind of attached to it. So let's dig through my art supplies containers here. See how flowers would complement us here. see, I'm still digging, you guys. So I found one of my favorites here, my supply box. It has some of my personal favorite things in it. I don't really see how that would go. But this might. Except it's probably too thick for that. This would be perfect, except I need to see if I have more things to add. This would fit. This would be ideal, but again, that frame is so small. So it looks like I might have to just keep this one for now as this, and sometimes I come back to them when I find something that complements them completely. I come back and fix it up more. So it's not quite, process where you just, rarely is it a process where you just sit down and finish it completely. I have this phenomenal shoe here, but again, doesn't really go with the story. This is just a room, so maybe a book would be nice. Some kind of tea set. This cat might be perfect, actually. That cat goes well in the room. Maybe a small little photograph. Something small. Too big. at that. That goes very well here. Yeah, like that. So it looks like the beads are not drying, which is fine. We will stick them on later. This needs time. Oh yeah, that looks better. And it's shallow little things that, yeah, right there. Okay, so that is going to dry there. And I am getting my glue out. I have the glue here. Okay. I'm going to stick it here. There. There. Okay. Let's glue our kitty here. Okay. I think that's it for this box, quite honestly. Again, a tea set would be nice, right? But we have a castle here, or some kind of picture here that reminds us of the castle. And it's too much. Yeah, too much. I'm gonna let this dry, and then I will check my work, see if anything needs some super glue attachment, or usually these things dry very well with Mod Podge. So I leave it here and it dries, and then it's going to go in the frame, and then I will make a short video, one of those little shorts, to show you how we are looking inside the frame. And that's it for this video. Thanks so much, everyone, for all your support. I really appreciate it. Let me know how you like how this came out. Thanks.